is something I've been waiting for a little while. It was talked about on EEV blog and looks like a very cool device. In fact, exactly what I need for the Mr. FPGA project. I've been doing stuff like soldering very tiny wires to USB boards that I've been repurposing to fit inside the box. It's the Omnifixo, maker's third hand. Or if the pictures were right, it looks like the third and fourth and fifth hands. They're very smart packaging, the way it all goes flat like this. Okay, so that's all. All right, these guys are all magnetic. So they come off. You can buy more of these units too. I didn't buy any more straight away because I figured 4 might be enough. So there's the base. It's got a rule on it. Pretty cool. It's got rubber feet. And the clamps go here. And the jaws are totally parallel. That's really amazing. They stick to each other really well. So, well, I might even redo some of the wires that I soldered because, you put wires onto a board, you solder them down, and then the solder can go a little bit dull if you move it slightly while it's setting. So it'd be better to do some more wires. I think I better go to the workshop. These little magnets, and the base is magnetic and that fastens down to the base like that. Click, won't move. But the ball bearing attaches to the magnet like that, and this thing can move to any position and not have any backlash. And what that means is that if I push it that way, it springs back. And that's really annoying because if you're trying to position a very fine wire and solder it, you really can't afford for it to move at all. It has to stay where you put it. So that's going to be pretty good. What I'm going to do with it now. So very briefly, I'm going to show you what's wrong with the Panavice. The Panavice has some bendy arms, and these are like those Joby camera tripods you can get. You see they plug in on the red things down there. They're a banana plug that fits the alligator clip, and for bigger things they work fine. But if I zoom in a bit here and try and show you what's wrong with this, if I take this wire, I want to put this wire onto one of these connections here. Okay, that's a 30 gauge wire, and it's really fine. This can't be positioned accurately. If I try to move that a little bit, okay, let's say let's say I've got this lined up with the wrong leg of that SOT23 device there. I just cannot move it with the one leg even. It's not good. If I move it, it moves a long way. And if I push it a little bit, it springs right back. So that's why the Panavice is no good. It's good for big things, it's not good for fine work. This is the Omnifixo doing the same job. The 3 clamps are holding the PCB. This is a USB hub, and what I've been doing recently is soldering wires to a USB hub to put them inside a project. If I had this when I was doing that, it would have been a lot easier. The way that this is so much better is that when I move one of these clamps, it stays put. I give it a slight movement. I can move that less than a millimeter precisely, and it will go exactly where I put it. So this is really great. If I want to hold a fine wire like this, tin it, then I can position it exactly where it needs to go. I'm just going to melt that solder a bit so it has a bit more solder there to stick things to. Alright, I can put that wire exactly in that spot. Move it away a little bit so it comes down more. Okay, and that is a good connection. And when I take the iron away, nothing moves. The solder gets to set, to solidify without any fracturing or any resistance. That's a good joint, so I'm very happy with that. I'm very happy with the Omnifixo. I bought this, nobody sent it to me for free or anything like that, so I'll put the link down in the video comments, and if you want to get one, you should. They're great.